somebody caught you in the eye, jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Yeah, shine on it.
Yep.
Fucking will. But it was more me being tired. I went straight from Boomerang.
Yeah.
Didn't have a coffee or anything. I was like,
I went straight in the morning.
Yeah, so we went straight.
Jiu-jitsu sessions in the mornings, do they?
So they do like an advanced class, 10 till 12 on a Tuesday and Thursday. Like, purple belts and all. And so I'm like the lowest grade in there, but I can hold my own at least.
Yeah.
But I just went in there tired yesterday, and like it wasn't anything that they'd done to me. It was me, just me being lethargic.
Did you feel that? Like, did you know? Like when you were going in, were you a bit like? Was there a bit of you that was like, "Shut the fuck off"?
Yeah, but that's pretty much every session.
yeah. Do you know what? That's what part of the reason why I did bin it as well, because I got to that point where I was feeling like a lot of the time when I was going in, I was feeling like I don't know if I can be asked, and then it took me a while, but in the end, I was like, do you know what? I'm so many hours away from my family. I'm feeling like I'm not sure if I can be asked, so I just thought I'll just like have a break for a month. That's an into 2 months, but then I did go back, and I just didn't feel the same about it.
It was, for me, it's the body.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, I bust my finger, didn't I, for good, and that's when I'd done that on the mats with Harry was taking the session at the time in Next Gen though, and my finger based, and I felt something, and when I looked up, I was still like rolling. When I went like that, my finger was pointing that way. So I popped it back in, but that's stuck like that now.
Oh my God.
And when that happened, so I had to, then I was off because I was like sore.
It was.
I had months off, and then that's when it went. That's when I was just like,
He's just a fucking beast.
Yeah.
He's just an absolute
beast. He is, but it's his leg locks and that, he's mastered them. He mastered them.
Like, he's such a great coach.
Yeah.
And he's such a great, like, lad.
Yeah.
That even when he's, like, being quite blunt with you and he's being, like, straight with you.
Yeah.
Some people can wilts under that a little bit and go, oh, like, it's...
Yeah.
But for me, it was always, like, I always respect that more.
Yeah, I do.
He's just straight talking and just tells you. And actually, he's done a lot for me.
Yeah.
But his jiu-jitsu game, he can probably, because he's
so good. He's a good lad.
He's more injury free because no one's really threatening him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because he's that good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's many people in our gym that can even hang with him.
Yeah.
Like, even the black belts.
Yeah.
There's black belts and then there's Harry. So for me, it's
because he's for a start. So Harry started jiu-jitsu after me and well after Steve Charmley. But it was like, so he'd come out the army, hadn't he, and that. And honestly, it was like he turned up when we were training at Craig Charles. Was his name Craig Charles or Lee Charles?
Yeah.
The old kickboxer. We were training at his gym up on Price Street before Next Gen got their own. And I remember Harry's first session when he come in. And honestly, it was just like his first session was levels above my first session when I first started.
Yeah.
It was like, it was just, everything was clicking immediately.
Yeah.
And it was like, some of us were like, have you trained before in that? Like, no.
Yeah. Well, I remember the first time I went in there, I was like, I was literally, because I only started at 35. So I had like no real experience.
How old are you now?
39.
Okay.
So I kind of I'd done a bit of judo and a bit of jiu-jitsu like a few years back, but it was like 2 months.
Yeah.
And in the gym that I was in, there wasn't really much duty of care. So you're seeing lads get like knocked out in sparring and stuff, and you're like,
what gym was that?
MMA sparring. It was place in North Wales.
Oh, okay.
A different guy.
Yeah.
But it was good. Like I learned a bit, and then I just got injured, and then I just really didn't go back after that because it was just so brutal. But I was like, my body just like it's just not.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have that dog, a dog in you.
Yeah.
To proper do it.
Yeah.
And then my mate was like saying to me, come and do the beginner's course. And I was like, I'm 35. So anyway, I went and done it, and I enjoyed it. I started doing it more. I started doing like going on the mats. But that first session, you walk in, you think, oh, it's just gonna be a load of MMA lads. Like
you always think that with the gym.
Yeah.
I always think that.
And then
going to a gym's one of the hardest things, mate.
100%.
Especially for a fella.
And I remember like the first few sessions, I'd sit outside in the car shaking like a leaf.
Yeah.
Like not because I was like scared or anything, just because of the intensity of it.
Yeah.
And like death gripping people.
Yeah.
Like, because you're looking so scared that it's like let go.
Yeah.
And my forearms were throbbing. And I remember getting home and my missus was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I'm 35. Anyway, kept doing it, started enjoying it more. And for the first sort of 6 months or so, I didn't really do much. Like, nothing was clicking. And then Harry would always be like, you know, you're doing it good, but you're not doing it perfect, because if it was perfect, it'd work.
Yeah.
And I was always like, no, I'm doing it right. It's like you know.
No, there's always little
Little nuances.
little tweaks. Yeah.
Little tweaks.
Yeah.
So after that, I was like, just learn. Never really competed. But one thing that really like blows my mind a little bit now is like some of the lads in there who are fucking machines, who are my mates to get along with. I'm 39, and I was born in 1986. These lads were born in like 2007.
Well, fucking weird, isn't it?
It's weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
How's this even possible?
Yeah.
These lads are like that young.
Yeah.
It just seems like I left school in 2003.
Yeah. They were born 4 years later.
Exactly. And I'm like, how's that even a thing? So there's that sort of thing to it. So how much longevity there is for someone like me in it, I don't know. I'm just
it's as long as you want.
Yeah.
It's as long as you want. But you've got to be wary.
Yeah.
In my opinion. You've got to be wary of the people you train with. I'm not saying because the people are trying, the people in the younger kids or whatever are stronger trying to hurt you. It's not that. It's the level of fitness and energy that they've got compared to you. Because what that could do is put you off more. Because you think, I can't keep up with these young lads anymore. Yeah. So what you should actually do? Do you not compete at all in it? No.
I've competed once.
Yeah.
In 4 years.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it, to be fair. And I probably would compete again. But generally, I'm more of a hobbyist. Yeah. Really.
No, that's good. So you know that honestly, that is a good thing. If I was to ever start again, I'm 46, and I know I could still do jiu-jitsu again if I wanted to. But
I mean, I think that's what you say there is literally that's the crux of it, isn't it? Like when you go in there, I can still go with a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
I can still go.
Yeah.
But the recovery between the sessions.
That's the one. That's the one.
Like,
yeah.
Like I walk away and I'm sore.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got to get an ice bath and go to sauna and all that. Eat well all the time.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I feel it.
Yeah.
When I was a PT at 25, 26, I was flying. I
trained
twice a day, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I first started, we used to do back-to-back sessions, and that we'd do a jiu-jitsu. At one point, we'd do jiu-jitsu followed by an MMA session. I made 5 times a week, and that's when I say about family stuff, because I was loving it, mate. But 5 times a week, and then I was like, then competing sometimes as well. And like I say, it just comes to a point. One of the worst things that probably happened was when I won a competition, got gold at a competition, and I think that's when, honestly, I think in my head subconsciously, that's when I started going.
Yeah,
I feel like I've done it. So I was on blue belt. It's not like I'd achieved me purple or anything.
It was almost like you'd peaked the mountain.
Oh yeah, it was almost like I'd kind of felt like I feel like I've achieved what I didn't even think I would have achieved. Anyway, I didn't go into it thinking I want to compete. Just went into it training. Now I've competed. Because I'd done a few comps, and I'd come second and one, come third. They'd like first few come nowhere. And then I got to a point where I actually got gold. I think that's still on my Facebook profile picture. I think that one. And I'm like, I think that's what happened. After that, I think I just went, I've done.
It is mad, isn't it? It is mad. I mean, as far as I remember back being a PC when I was back in the 2012 Olympics, we coined this term, Olympian syndrome. Now, I don't actually think it's a syndrome.
Yeah.
But we were talking about it, and we coined this term Olympian syndrome. And basically, what it is you put so much focus on something for a set amount of time, like say 4 years cycle of an Olympian.
Yeah.
To get to like the 100 meters.
Yeah.
And then you do that 100 meters, and all of a sudden, all that structure, all that discipline that you've had,
100%.
all that stuff is kind of gone away.
Yeah.
And it's the same when you win like a jiu-jitsu comp or something. It's like, I've done that now.
Yeah.
Like, what else is there?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, like in my head, it's like I've gone so far with it. I want to get the black belt.
Yeah.
Like the rough estimate's about 10 years to do that. And if I do that, it'd probably take me to about 45.
Yeah.
If I can be 45,
that's a sound. That's a really
good goal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But just having, like, for me, more importantly than that, is just having the longevity to do it.
Yeah.
You don't want to pick up any serious injuries. You don't want to be rolling like a madman. You don't want to be getting in tear-ups with 22-year-olds who will kill you.
And that's the thing. That's about picking your battles in
Yeah.
there, because everybody's just there to train,
Yeah.
as you know. But some of these 22, 25-year-olds could be training for their next comp or MMA. They could be,
100%.
and they have to go hard. And it's not like we all know, they're not trying to hurt you.
No,
They're not.
no.
They're just trying to train hard because they need to.
Well, everyone in there, like the community in there is fucking brilliant.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
you know, all the lads are sound.
Yeah.
And there's definitely like a competitive element to it where it's good.
Yeah.
For me, I just want to have the longevity to go. You know, no serious injuries, nothing daft. I mean, the odd black eye and
that's all right. That's expected, mate.
Accept that.
If you don't get the odd black eye or something, you're not training hard enough, to be honest, are you? Let's face it.
Yeah, but just, I mean, even just going in there knackered, just like, I think in the future I'll just have to be like, if I am knackered, I might just have to, you know, turn it down.
Yeah, that's it. You might have to. You might have to be like, well, I'm
right
fucked.
now, because my body can go. My body's still good to go.
Yeah.
I can still go hard.
Yeah.
It's like maybe when I'm 50 odd, I might not be able to do that.
That's the thing. Remember, Paul Rimmett said to me when I was training, and we were training for a comp, and what Paul would do, he'd mismatch when we were actually doing like basically comp training. He'd mismatch us against each other. So I'd like go in against there's a lad, I don't know if you know of him on the circuit, Paul Webb. He's fucking massive, basically. And he'd like throw us in together, because he'd say it would actually, believe it or not, it would be good for Paul as well, because he's not always going to be up against big lads. He's used to them, but he might get a small lad. And then Paul Rimmer always said to me, like, the one thing you've got, Nick, because of your size and everything, said it has to be your speed, has to be. So that also sat in my mind, 'cause it still does now. Because I'm like, so when I lost that, which obviously as you get older, gonna lose that speed and the energy in that, then I'm fucked.
I remember on the very first session I did on, Seth said to me, like, it doesn't matter how big and strong you are, because I was powerlifting at that point. Like, it doesn't matter how big and strong you are. If you can't get something on someone, you're in the wrong position. Not you're like
not you're not strong enough.
It's not that you're not strong enough. It's that you're in the wrong position in some way, or your skills not like quite there. And that always sat in my mind. It's like, if I'm just trying to outmuscle someone and just be bigger than them, just bench press them off or something.
Burn yourself out that way.
One, you can burn yourself out. Two, it only works to a point where someone's good enough to just counter that.
Yeah.
And then you get some like 15-year-old who's like tying you up like a fucking pretzel.
Yeah.
And then, but one thing that Seth piece on the beginner's course like really put into us, and then after that, Steve, Charmley, and Harry, and all the time with everyone in there. One thing I really respect about him is they have a duty of care.
Yeah.
They genuinely cared about all the people.
Oh yeah.
And they really looked after everyone. Whether it's like teenagers going in to the junior classes, or whether it's someone like me starting at 35 who is a bit of a hobbyist who just wants to be quite good at it.
Yeah.
They just look after everyone.
Yeah.
And, you know, and sometimes that can come across quite blunt, I suppose, but I always respect that, me.
I think when you're in it, because at the end of the day, it is still the fight game of martial arts, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they've got to be blunt. Honestly, I think it'd be daft if somebody's blowing smoke up your ass.
And then off the mat, like the nicest people ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whether it's Nathan or Harry or Seth or Pete or Steve, whatever, it's like they're just good lads. You know what I mean?
I still, like, I haven't trained for years now, and now and then I'll still go and grab a breakfast with Harry and that.
Yeah.
Because we just kind of keep in touch, and all of a sudden I'll get a message from him saying, mate, grab brekkie soon. We haven't had it. And Joe, the boss,
And ultimately, all they're ever doing is looking out for you, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was a nice digression. That, to be fair, I love talking to you, especially to people who actually like get it a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, what people probably most know you for is the drone stuff.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, how did that actually come about? And
are you recording though?
Been recording.
I didn't know. That was a nice chat, wasn't it?
It was a bit of a mad start, yeah.
That was a nice chat about jiu-jitsu, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed that.
For anyone watching this, Nick didn't know we were recording that.
That was a nice chat. Good job I didn't say anything bad about Harry or anyone, is it? Yeah. No, they're really nice lads, genuinely, of course.
Yeah.
Go on, was there a question?
Was it back in COVID, am I right in thinking you started doing like countryside drone walks and stuff like that?
Yes, so I did. It's probably coincidental that I've got 3 young children. I like getting out the house really early and going out on my own, to be honest with you. That's what my wife says anyway. Like, I'm like, it was just, it was good to go out and do a bit of extra work. And my wife's like, And we had three little ones.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
just off and out of a weekend, getting yourself out the house. But yeah, so as a hobby, I got myself a drone. It was like a Mavic. The very first one was like a DJI Mavic Air or something like that. But I used to get up nice and early in the morning, which was just like what I like to do. Get
Yeah.
up early, go to the likes of Conway Castle,
Yeah.
and you go at the right time early in the morning. You've got all like the mist and
Yeah.
dew coming up,
Yeah.
the sun rising. I used to like getting really nice shots. Then I'd do a video of that with some nice cinematic shots, um, and I'd put some nice music on, and I'd either do some talk over, just some facts about the history of
Yeah.
whatever I was recording, or I might put some
Right.
some text up about it. I just done that. It was as a hobby because I liked watching them back, and then my PC started getting a bit clogged up, so I looked at getting like a server to save me stuff on at home. Looked at the cost, and then had a kind of brainwave. I thought, well, I'll tell you what, I can just pull 'em, open start a YouTube channel just to save my videos on, not to promote to anybody. Thought if I save my videos there, I can then send the links to
Yeah.
family, friends.
Yeah.
Say, look at what I've created,
Yeah.
and that was how it started.
Yeah. And so you didn't intend for it to start out as becoming like a YouTuber?
No, not at all. No, not at all. Not at all. It was genuine. Um, it accident to an extent because when about I don't know 2 or 3 weeks after I posted my first few videos on there, or should I say saved them on there, I looked. I think I was showing like my mum one or something like that, and I went onto it to say, look at this, and it was like 25 or 30 views or something like that, and I was amazed. I was like, wow, like
Yeah.
30 people have actually watched that video. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So then from that, I was like, oh, people must like it.
Yeah.
So I then started probably putting in a little bit more effort and going out more.
Yeah.
I was then became conscious about
Yeah.
people like watching this. I might go out a bit more and
Yeah.
go to more
So
places. Go do 2 a week
so
instead
just
of
from
one.
like with my content head on,
Yeah.
how frequent was that?
So at first, when I was using it to just save my videos and not looking at it as a YouTube channel, it would have been one a week, maybe one a fortnight. Maybe it's sometimes one every 3 weeks
Yeah.
or a month or whatever, just because it was just as and when I'd
Yeah.
go out. When I noticed people were watching, then it became definitely one a week, like every Saturday morning, or
Yeah.
if the weather was right, Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I'd go out. Then it became that I'd take like maybe a day off a
Yeah.
week, go and do. So if I took a day off in the week though, I could plan it and go to, like, say I drove to football stadiums, for example, because it got to a point where I was covering a couple of stadiums, and I noticed football fans liked looking at
Yeah.
football stadiums from the air. So just for example, I'd take a day off, drive to, I think it was Nottingham to do, because there you can do Notts County, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
They're so close, aren't they? Them too.
Yeah.
And then I'd plan it on the way back, Derby, Stoke,
Nice.
and do like I'd
Yeah.
do so in one day I could get like say 5 or 6 videos done,
Yeah.
and then just spend the time at home at night time when
Yeah.
the kids and that had gone to bed. I'd sit up till all hours editing the videos then,
Amazing.
because back then it used to take me about an
Yeah.
hour for every video, and
Yeah,
now it probably takes me about 10-15 minutes per video. You know,
That's mad. I mean, it just shows it's like the time and effort that it takes to do that. So after that point where you were getting like 30 views, how long did it take to start gaining like traction like you do now, where you're getting like potentially thousands of views?
How long did it take? So it took. So I'd say for about the first 12 months, there was a gradual build.
Yeah.
And I think I got, so to monetize on YouTube, I know you already know, but for people that might not, to monetize on YouTube, you have to get, or when I started, I assume it's the same, you had to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000
Yeah.
hours
Yeah.
of footage watched in a 12-month period.
Yeah.
That the 1,000 subscribers probably came within 3 or 4 months, maybe, after I started posting more.
Yeah.
It was the hours that was, and you have this like little, what, like counter
Yeah.
that goes up almost like a graph, so to speak, and like getting that counter up with the hours watched, that was the hardest thing. And I got to a point where I was looking at it almost every day. I could become almost obsessed with
why isn't it going up?
why isn't it going up, you know? And that in my opinion, I think YouTube, if it's mastermind, it really is, because everything they've got, you can look at the back office and look at, you know, where your bar is getting those hours in, but you can also, when you do then monetize, once you get that 4,000 hours and your 1,000 subscribers, you enter into the YouTube program, then you get access to your back office and all that, and then what you're watching is, it tells you every day, it's updated hourly, I think, on your estimated earnings at the end of the month. If you don't put videos on, unless you're like Mr. Beast, who puts a video on and gets millions and millions of views, so he only needs probably one video a month or two a month. But when you're like the smaller YouTuber, so to speak, you're looking at those figures, and that makes you, well, not anymore for me. I've managed to switch my thinking now. Might come on to that in a bit, but when I was kind of deep in it and I'd say almost obsessed with it, and it's not just me, I know other YouTubers are the same. You're watching your figures daily, and you're feeling like if they drop, in your head, you're like, I've got to go get more videos out. I've got to go get more content. I've got to post more content. And what YouTube are getting is more content. Just there must be millions and millions of people out there posting content. They're able to run ads on the content. They're earning a fortune. It's
mad, isn't it?
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah. I'm telling everyone to listen to go onto YouTube. And it's funny how I got into content, right? Because one day I was scrolling through Twitter one day, and I couldn't for the life of me tell you who tweeted this thing. But the tweet was, and I remember it like verbatim, it was, there's so much value in this video from Casey Neistat. Anyone needs to watch this. So I was like, clicked it, and it went to YouTube, this YouTube video of Casey Neistat. I didn't know who Casey Neistat was at the time.
I still don't. What is it?
Right, so Casey Neistat is like one of the biggest YouTubers in the world.
Oh, really?
Millions and millions of subscribers. And this video was called Fat and Lazy. And I thought, because I was a PC at the time, I thought it was going to be about someone being fat and lazy. But actually, it was about time management. And he talked about this. He talked about the Pareto principle and all that. Pareto principle.
Yeah, okay.
And the way this video was shot and the way he'd done it was like so like innovative and so cool and so like engaging. I just went down this rabbit hole with Casey Neistat stuff, and I was like, I could do this. I could do something like this. So as I went further down the rabbit hole, I realised he was a filmmaker who turned YouTuber, but he still does like films and stuff. And he basically started this like social media channel called Beam, which didn't really take off, but he sold it to some other company. I think it was like Snapchat or something for like 25 million. So he's like really successful.
Didn't really take off, but he sold it for 25 million.
Yeah. So it wasn't like in terms of like massive like
yeah.
Basically what it was a bit like Snapchat, but you could like beam video message to people.
Right.
That's what it was meant to be. And I realised he'd done a daily blog on YouTube every day for like 400 days. And he said, there was like interviews with him where he was like, I was working like a madman, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But he like one day he got like $6,000 off the YouTube monetization.
Yes.
And then the next day it's like 10 grand.
Yeah.
And then it was 25 grand. And it just kept going up and up and up and up and up. And he just went down this rabbit hole of like, I don't ever want to let it drop.
I know, because this could be, where could this go?
Yeah.
If it's just going one way.
But he's probably at that point now where like he could probably post once a month.
Yeah.
Because he's so big, got a big channel. And there's, like you say, there's millions of people like that.
Yeah.
Who just do it obsessively. And when you see that clock, that monetization clock, and it's literally going down by the hour, and you're like, shit, my money's going down.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I had to come to a point recently though where I've had to kind of accept that. So I started where mine went big, kind of what blew up, so to speak, but not in the sense of what, like you said, that guy, or I always refer to the other guy, I forgot his name. I just referred to before. What's his name? What was the YouTuber I referred to? Yeah, Mr. Beast. Thank you. I always refer to him. So mine hasn't blown up anywhere near those levels.
Let's be honest. Most people who start on YouTube aren't going to be Mr. Beast.
No.
Like, did he post something like 4,000 videos before he even like?
Yeah, apparently so. And the one that I believe the one that did hit was when he'd earned his first 10 grand on YouTube. He gave it away. He'd done a video basically giving it away, and that's where, because loads of his videos were about giving things away.
Yeah.
But he was making more than he was giving away. But I think the balance sheet, I believe this from things I've read and heard as well, but obviously not from his mouth, so I don't know exactly how true it is. But I believe on some of his videos, some of them actually make losses because he spends like that much now
On production value.
on production and that. But yeah, so I started then recording. I went to have a look at the Everton Stadium where that was going to be. The new Everton Stadium was going to be built, and when I posted that, that got by far and above like any views my previous videos have got. That was what made me recognise that there's two avenues there. There's one, football fans. Football fans are, some would say nuts. I just say passionate. You know what I mean? Like, because football fans have basically gave me probably a lot of my YouTube earnings, a lot, over the years, watching all the football stadium videos. But there was that, like I say, there was two avenues. There were football fans and construction. What made me realise something I'd never realised, the amount of interest in construction, especially local construction in and around Liverpool and everything. So loads of starts covering like the Isle of Man ferry terminal. That turned into a contract with the Isle of Man government who wants me to follow that for them from an aerial view and that. So it's turned into quite a lot. But
the opportunities that pop up,
yeah,
stuff like that is unbelievable.
Really. Yeah. It has. Well, I've started working with some big companies in Liverpool, big companies, doing drone work for them. That, but so when I was doing though, at one point I had the Everton Stadium at its peak, where there were big lifts, roof trusses being lifted, and that I could watch from the air. I was also doing. I was in a way lucky that Liverpool were doing the Anfield Road stand. So because my drone channel, my YouTube channel, Mr. Drone, is based on drones, and there was a lot of construction vids. It's like, I'll go and cover that. Made it clear on all my videos, I'm a blue, but I'm going to show this from the air for you all. Loads of them watched it as well. Loads of Liverpool fans watched it. So at one point, when those two stadiums were at their peak, and I had all other projects going on, honestly, I was like headless chicken with all these different things going on. But there was, at one time, I did get like that watching that figure. So at one time I had like just under £6 grand a month coming from YouTube, and that was what made me. You know, you look at it and you go, that's not just a good income. That is an unbelievable income
Just from making videos.
But then when I actually, so I was like, just for making videos, yeah. If you actually look at the amount of time per that month I'd probably put in, like I'd probably maybe Anfield 3 times a week, Everton Stadium 4 times a week. What was it? The Isle of Man ferry terminal.
At that point, it was becoming a full-time job.
Yeah, it was. But actually, no, I already had a full-time job.
Yeah.
You know, I've already got a business, a family business that actually, that's my priority, really. That pays my bills. Despite that YouTube income. And that was, I accepted as well, although I was like, oh, this is great, that YouTube money, absolutely fantastic. But at the back of my mind, I knew that couldn't last, because those two stadiums, which was the main source of income, those two stadiums were going to be completed at some point.
Yeah.
And they are now.
Yeah.
And it's dropped off it's dropped like that. There's still a level of income there, but because it dropped, and it was inevitable, I knew it was going to. What I've managed mentally, because it was a bit of a challenge, but what I've managed mentally to do is just accept it. And what I'll do now is go out and still do videos, still create stuff. It's on my terms now, though. Yeah. I've turned it into being back to a hobby. It's back to a hobby, and I enjoy it a lot more, because it did get to a point where I was like, God, I've got to go out to do more videos today. I've got to do this, got to do that.
Yeah.
It's more enjoyable again, but it's not earning.
Yeah.
It's much, but I'm not that bothered.
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
So that is like really interesting, because like we've monetized in the business now 11 YouTube channels for clients, which is like, I'm quite proud of that, really.
Yeah.
Just need to get off monetized now.
Genuinely, that's good going, mate.
It is good going.
That's good going.
And when we were like analysing all them channels, and like I've got spreadsheets on the computer there, which are like just numbers and
figures,
like analytics and stuff.
Yeah.
We use like AI to do a lot of that now, which is cool. But one of the common things was, and it's interesting you brought that up, is football fans are a captive audience.
Mm-hmm.
So every week, you've got 50-odd thousand people going to the stadium every week.
Yes, yeah.
You know that there's always going to be a match on. And even when the off season's on, there's transfers to talk about.
Yeah.
Probably like a European or World Cup on.
Yeah.
So there's always, so as Evertonians, people who go to the match, we know that content, and it's getting quite competitive now, even in just like the Everton space.
No, it is. It is.
You know, it's getting quite competitive.
Yeah.
But I done a video the first time I went to Bramley-Moore.
Yeah.
And it was literally a 1-minute video on TikTok, and I was literally like it's my first time going today. I can't wait to just show like obviously the stadium and everything. I said, here's my prediction. In 5 years' time, this whole place will be regenerated. Business will be booming. Got like the highest performing TikTok video I've ever put on.
Yeah.
The comments were going insane. I had Liverpool fans messaging me. I had Everton fans messaging me.
Yeah.
And it just shows you what a captive audience can do for you. Now, all the biggest channels that we've worked with and all the most successful channels have all had that sort of like captive audience.
There's a target.
There's
target market. Yeah.
100%. And I suppose it just comes down to basic marketing of who's your target market, who's like you. But in that sense, we think it's competitive, but is it really? Because there's so much that you can do.
The thing is, so that's the way of looking at it, in my opinion, because I could look at it. The drone content became really competitive because, like I said, I'd started doing my channel. I then started covering the stadiums and that. Lo and behold, I'd guess somewhere between 10 and 20 people then started doing the same. Quite literally, I get in there. I was 100% the first doing the Everton Stadium and Anfield Road stand, I believe. People just jump on it. They do. But you can look at it. You can then look at that and go, oh, I'm not having this. All these people doing it. Or you can use it to make you better. And I used it to try and make me better. There's a lot of good people out there that fly drones and bring their own personalized content. I had the belief, cocky or not, I had the belief that I was the best at doing it. Regardless being the first, which was, but I had the belief that I was genuinely the best. And I also had quite a lot of people. I was very lucky that I had quite a lot of loyal subscribers and viewers that would tell me quite often that I've seen such and such a video, yours is well better.
Yeah.
And that helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. So yeah, football, there's a lot of there's a target audience and there's other people doing it. But because you're not producing, like YouTube creators, most of them aren't like doing big productions for Sky or anything. It's them, it's you. So the viewers and subscribers will watch for you. So you might be repeating the same news. Let's pick one out. Idrissa Gana Gay slapping Michael Keane the other week. Every Everton content creator is going to talk about that. Of course, they're going to highlight it. But it's who the viewers want to see talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what makes the difference. You've got to try and bring yourself to be relatable. It's best being yourself, of
100%.
course. It's just be yourself. If people watch and the views grow, it's probably because people like you.
It's not because of the subject matter itself.
It's because they like you. Yeah.
I get that.
Or some people actually watch because they don't like you as well. You know what I mean? Some people have that thing, don't they, where they're like, I can't not watch him, but like he's so irritating.
It's like Piers Morgan, isn't it? He gets a lot of that. Like he probably irritates most of his viewership.
But look at his views.
But his views are through the roof.
Yeah.
Because basically he's got it like nailed on because he just gets one person on one side, another person on the other side, lets them argue.
His boss.
And that gets the views.
Yeah. That's it. It's funny when you bring that up as well. It's mad, isn't it? So you could like go and spend hours and hours producing, creating what you think's a masterpiece. Get like, I don't know, 1,000 views. If you by chance manage to catch a baghead having a fight with another baghead in town, you'll get about like 1 million views. You know what I mean?
100%. And I always say that, like, you know, me and you could
People
go outside,
do.
me and you outside could go outside now and film something like that happening.
Yeah.
Two bagheads having a fight outside the Asda or something.
Yeah.
And that get a load of views. So
Yeah.
in that sense, views are like, it's the quality of view as well.
Yeah, it is.
But I suppose YouTube doesn't like really see that as quality views. He just sees it as views, like.
They do see it as views, and but the
But
thing
if you
is,
bring, like, if you put it into context of like football, we could bring on, me and you could bring on 2 Everton fans now and talk about them about, let's say, Garner Gay slapping Michael Keane. Fine. But if we brought 2 Reds on and had a debate with them, that's 100% going to get more views.
Yeah.
It's one side or another.
Yeah.
It's black or white, right?
Yeah.
In this case, red or
Red
blue.
or blue. Yeah.
But it's like there's no grey area.
Yeah.
It's like we could get 2 Reds on taking the piss out of them.
Yeah.
For, basically making the worst title defence ever.
Yeah.
And we could have a debate, but funny debate back and forth.
I tried that in my. So I had like a studio where I used to do live watch-alongs and stuff with the Everton match. That was funny as well because I never meant to do that.
Yeah.
It transitioned. So every project I've covered, again, looking at the Isle of Man ferry terminal for one. There's a few other projects in the city. Let's just say Anfield as well, because people will know them. I finish when they're built. I finished the video with like a time lapse sign off.
Yeah.
I was never able to walk away from like Bramley-Moore, so I ended up transitioning to an Everton channel.
Yeah.
Because I think just because my heart's there,
Yeah.
but I never meant to.
Yeah.
But I then started doing like some studio videos as well, and I had for an Everton game I had like a red and a blue on, and my idea was, Speed Boss, get them animated and that, and you get like messages from them going, I can't wait to get on there, and what red if you're coming on, and the same the other way around. They get in the studio, they sit down, they're dead nice to each other, and just sit there and watch the match, and I'm like, I was even saying stuff to try and antagonize them to get the content. It's like, come on, lads.
talking about antagonising people, you told me a story the other week, if you don't mind sharing it. About when you got invited onto Sky Sports and you were saying about Duncan Ferguson.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? I don't think I can actually share that because, oh, no, do you know what? Yeah, come on. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
This won't be out for a few weeks anyway.
Oh, yeah, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. So what I can share, and this is like you said about opportunities arising, because of my Everton content and my YouTube channel, I was contacted by a company called Finalysis March 2025, and they basically contacted me, said they found my social media stuff and that I'm an Everton fan, and I was like, yeah, and they explained they're opening, they're creating a new social media platform called Finalysis, which is going to be an app, social media app made for football fans. And what it is, just explain very, very briefly, you're a blue, you join as Everton fan, you get vetted by, I believe it's their AI, you get vetted to ensure you're a blue, and then you go into the blue feed. So the purpose of it is that when it's actually created by Michael McIntyre, and I think Gary Neville and now Sky Sports have bought into it. The purpose of it is that Michael McIntyre said that he's a Spurs fan. If he wanted to talk, if he wanted to get other Spurs opinions on a game or anything else, and he put it on any like Twitter, X, Instagram, whatever, any of them, Facebook, you'd get Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans jumping on to take the mick or whatever. So, and it would go toxic. He's like, I just want to talk to Spurs fans. So he's created this. So when you're on the Everton feed, you'll just mainly talk to Everton fans.
Yeah.
And it's a place where you can talk to other fans anyway. So I had to go up for auditions. I ended up being picked to be one of the starting 11 for Everton, which is great. I've had like a couple of Zoom calls with Michael McIntyre about the business and what we're doing. Went down to Sky Sports Studios to take part in a new platform they've got called The Box. All great. A couple of weeks ago, got a call on one Wednesday morning, 9 a.m, saying, can you take part in an Everton podcast like this morning? An Everton Zoom call, this morning, just for Everton fans. So I was like, yeah, sure. So went up to me studio, 10 a.m. it was, plugged in that, got ready. There was only 5 Everton fans that could actually make it out of the 11. So we're on there. Michael McIntyre's talking. He's saying it was just after the United game, after the Idrissa Gana Gueye slap we'd spoken about. So he said, what do you all think about that slap in the game the other night? So we all gave our opinion. Like I said, it was just a rush of blood to the head. They seem to be mates and all that. He was like, yeah. And then he said to us, out of all the current and previous Everton players, who would you least like to take a slap from? So we all agreed, as you would. It's Duncan Ferguson, Big Dunk. We all agreed that. Michael McIntyre has a laugh about it, and he goes, what is it about Big Dunk with you Everton fans? And I pipe up quickly, don't I? And I'm like, I said, do you know what? It's a bit of a weird one. Like, Big Dunk was never like a great football player. Like, it's just, I think it's his passion when he's on the pitch in that blue shirt. That's why we love him. Straight away, Michael McIntyre goes, elaborate on that a little bit then, Nick. And I'm like, well, he was never he was by far our best ever striker, was he? And he goes, oh, really? I was like, yeah. And he went, well, let's see what Big Dunk thinks about that. And he's sitting right next to him behind the screen, isn't he? Pops his head on. And he's like, in his really heavy Scottish accent, he's like, who's that saying that there? And Michael McIntyre's like, it's Big Nick here, and he's this big, like, Dunks then. And he's like, hi, Nick, what's going on, lad? I'm like, oh, mate. Oh, don't me there.
Getting off without bite.
Oh, don't, yeah. Then he's asking where I live and everything. Told him I was in St. Lucia. That's where we're filming today.
Yeah, changes it back off.
Yeah. So yeah, got set up big time there. But that's just, it's
the
like,
last person you want to get caught out by is Duncan Ferguson.
it is.
The one the story, I know the Jimmy Bullard thing always gets brought up.
That's brilliant, that one.
But my favourite story about Duncan Ferguson was when his house got robbed.
Yeah.
I mean, and he talks about that. He talked about that with Tony Bellew on his podcast. And he said that they were playing Watford away. And he got the coach back and he gets home, like, say 8 o'clock. And he has a nice shower and everything. And his wife goes to bed. And he's lying on the couch with his he takes his shoes off and his shoes at the end of the couch. And he's lying back on the couch just watching Match of the Day. I said, what comes on, what, 10:30? So he's lying back watching Match of the Day and he hears his footsteps in the back garden. And he's like, what's going on? And luckily the shoes were at the end of the thing, so he puts his shoes on. 2 lads were in his back garden. One, so he goes out and he realises it's fucking Duncan Ferguson. One jumps over the fence. The other one, he basically drags down, beats the shit out of him.
Yeah. Damn right though, innit? You know what I mean?
With all the arms,
Mate,
fucking hell.
It was like that's meme, innit? It was at that time when he realised he'd messed up.
To be fair, all jokes aside, I agree with you. He wasn't the most technically gifted player ever. He half the time he didn't do much in a game other than bully people.
Yeah.
But the last person, he's definitely the hardest player we've ever had.
Well, that's the thing is though, like, I was only telling the truth, and I think a lot of fans, a lot of people will agree. Yeah. Still love him as a.
I mean, if you look at someone like,
still love him as an ex-Everton player.
If you look at someone like Louis Sahara,
yeah,
Louis Sahara was far more technically gifted than Duncan Ferguson.
Look at the strikers we've had. They actually gave me a chance at the end of the call, you know, to redeem myself. Michael McIntyre goes, we had a bit of a laugh. I changed it. I said to Big Dunk, I was like, I had a bit of a laugh, and he was like, still love you, Nick. And then I went, what do you think about the Idrissa Gana Gueye incident then? Just to so he answered and everything. He was great. At the end of the call, Michael McIntyre went, so Nick, just before we go then, give you the chance, who's the best Everton striker ever? And I went, there's only one, isn't there? He went, who's that? I went, Dixie Dean, innit? And they were like, Nick. I was like, well, you can't just say he's better than Dixie Dean,
no.
You know, like Dixie Dean. You've just mentioned one, Zaha, Lukaku, Wayne Rooney.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's Tony Cottee, Gary Lineker. There's you probably know. Yeah. But out of all them, right, who would I love the most as an ex-Everton player? Big Dunk.
Yeah.
And that's the weird. That's what I was saying. It's weird. It's weird what the way we all are about him. We just love him. Like,
yeah, it's just the way he is in the club, and
he loves the club.
Some players are just like that though. Like, and I suppose every club would have that. I mean, our father used to go to the away games in the 80s. He doesn't go so much anymore. He's 17 next year. He goes to the odd game here and there, but he said he always felt sorry for Gary Lineker when he came to the club because everyone loved Andy Gray so much.
Yeah,
Everyone just loved him so much that when Gary Lineker came,
it was
everyone
hard for him.
loved him, but it was hard for him because he was just like
Felt sorry for Andy Gray.
Yeah.
Done so well, and it was like, I've got Lineker coming in, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what the best thing? One of the best things was on that call. Just say before we move on, if we're going to. But
Andy Gray? Was it Andy Gray who said in his book he knew that Everton were going down when Peter Beagley joined?
I don't know. Did he? So, yeah, one of the best things on that call, though, one of the other lads said to Duncan Ferguson, "What's your best ever Everton moment?" Do you know what he said? Which shocked me. Managing the team. You know, when he took over as manager, and that shocked me. That because I thought there could have been so many. The goal against United and that there could have been so many moments for him to say. Managing the club that I loved.
He was desperate when Ancelotti left. He was desperate to take over.
But to say that, to be like, that was my best ever moment, and he knew it was going to be short lived as well.
Yeah, I mean, in one of the lads I sat next to at the game was telling me that in his stand up thing that he did at the Hot Water Club, he was talking about when he first joined, and he was made to stay in the Holiday Inn top of Matthew Street, and Mike Walker put him up in there, and he was in there for like pretty much the whole season, just staying in this hotel. Near a house, and Mike Walker ended up going down to Matthew Street with him, getting bladdered every night.
Yeah,
Mike Walker was fucking drunk on it. And then
I think they all were that. You know,
back in the day, it was
different,
culture, wasn't it?
Totally different culture. Totally different culture. They all like there was the old what was the place that was dead opposite the Strikers Suite? That was on Goodison Road.
Yeah.
The fella called Ray Parr owned that. I'd done a YouTube video. I was invited in there by him. Done a video showing everybody in the Striker Suite. Is he what?
The policeman Ray Parr?
No, I don't know. No. He was in construction. But went in there when he was closing it down. Went in and done a video. Some of the videos that he showed me, Howard Kendall in there singing and dancing after games and that.
Well, that was the famous story about Gary Speed. He had to give the half-time team talk because Kendall was too pissed to go.
That's just it. Was like you say, the culture, the difference now.
Oh yeah, it's mad,
tested and everything on these. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like
100%.
But that's the money. That's the money that's changed.
Involved,
yeah.
I mean, but back then, though, like, I mean, some of the stuff. I mean, some of the players that we've had, how we've not gone down. Over the years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we've made. I mean, for every good sign we probably made 2 or 3 shite ones. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But I would say we're definitely there, aren't we? Where the bad signings that haven't worked out is there.
Yeah.
And the good ones is down here.
Even now, you look at someone like Tyler Diblin who can't get a sniff in.
Weird, that one. Very weird, mate.
Yeah.
What's going on there when, like last...
They pay £40 million for the player. He's expecting to play a few minutes.
Yeah. Last week, in fact, midweek, wasn't it? Bournemouth game away. He made changes. We'd got the goal. He made some changes. Brings on Dwight McNeil. And Tyler Diblin sitting on the bench.
I know.
And I'm like, and what? Okay, we were up against it because we were defending. But I'm looking at it thinking, bring that kid on, that 40 million quid kid who can possibly just be an outlet for us.
Yeah. That thing, it's that, there was a stat that came out that Moyes hasn't started a teenager for like 7 years.
Yeah, he doesn't. It's weird. That's why, look at Adam Asney, who come in.
Yeah.
Left back Mikalenko was actually injured at the start of the season, and we had a left back there who played.
Someone was telling me about Adam Asney. It was like a game behind closed doors, and he went to watch it, and he put a ball in. It was like
it was Roma. Yeah. It was the Roma game. It wasn't behind closed doors. Don't think. I think it was the.
I can't even remember what it was, but
I think it was the test event. The
third
test.
He put a ball in. He was like, "Fucking hell, he can cross this lad."
Yeah, he played the game against Roma. I think he did anyway.
Yeah. Can't get a sniff.
Yeah.
You know, look at someone like Merlin Roll. Like, you know, he clearly got legs on him.
Yeah.
And run up the pitch and all that, but technically, like.
Thing is with Merlin Roll though, the thing is with him, the German press and that when we were getting him, they were like, he could be a superstar. Genuinely could be a superstar, but he cannot stay fit.
Yeah.
And look, what's he played for us now?
Yeah.
Minimal minutes. He's off. He's had surgery, hasn't he?
I know.
So God knows when he's actually going to play again.
The club are definitely looking at it, going like, you look at like last season we had Jack Harrison and Dwight McNeil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And now we've got fucking and Dye.
And Dye, Grealish, Alcaraz.
Keenan Dewsbury all.
Yeah.
So the team is definitely better.
100%.
100%. One thing we need is some fullbacks who can do a job and a striker that can do a job.
Defo.
If we sign someone like Ollie Watkins in January, who's possibly up for sale, I don't think we'll get him.
Yeah.
But if we could get someone like him,
yeah,
or Ivan Toney or someone like that, I mean, we could have a real push in the second half of the
honestly,
season.
we could. And you're saying that's the funny thing right now, isn't it? You're saying we could have a real push in the second half of the season. We're actually pushing now.
Yeah.
We're 3 points off. I think top 5 is it, or
Yeah,
4 or whatever.
Yeah.
We're only like a few points. I don't know the exact points there, but anyway, we are up there.
Yeah.
Because it's really tight. Don't get me wrong. There's many other teams that are also up there. Look, we're a point behind Liverpool.
I know. Mad,
yeah, you know. So
Mad.
don't get me wrong. I mean, they're crap at the moment.
I mean, we've won 3 out of the last 4, but that Newcastle game last week, it's just beggars belief how you can play that bad.
Yeah. That's it.
You're on a decent run of form, you're picking up a bit of momentum, and all of a sudden you just get smashed at home.
That happened a few weeks ago against Spurs, though.
I know.
Same thing. We're doing all right. Spurs rock up, struggling to score goals and just struggling themselves, and they rock up. And
to be fair, though, this season, I'm just, from a personal point of view, I'm just glad we're not going to battle relegation. You know what I mean?
Listen, stay 100%. I think that's what people I'll just refer to them like the rival fans, the Reds. I think like they look at us. We are loving this season. Like, I know we don't enjoy the games against Newcastle and that, devastating and that, whatever. But regardless of that, we're still actually really enjoying this season. Yeah. And I know other fans might be like, you're only like
mid-table.
What are we? 8th or 9th? You know, you've been battled against Newcastle and that. But it's just for us as Blues. It's so like, it's like a massive weight lift off the shoulders that we're not, every week we're like, oh God, this could be the one that drops us into that relegation zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We feel like so far away from that area now. And
that's all we wanted,
That's all we wanted. So even if I don't want to plateau there, but sometimes you've got to do that. Then you might stay mid-table for 1 or 2 seasons, then kick on, you know.
I'd actually keep Jimmy Garner at right back, you know.
He's brilliant, mate, honestly.
He's like the new Phil Neville. He's just fucking doesn't do no frills.
Yeah.
Not technically too super gifted, but just does the job every week.
He does it. Yeah. He does it. Yeah.
Someone like an Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins or Anthony Robinson at right back.
Yeah.
Someone like them, if they can come in. We tried to sign Kenny Tessie, didn't we, from Fulham? And that didn't happen.
Yeah, that would have been.
He would have been a good sign.
He would have been a good signing, yeah.
But like, you know, if we can just fill in positions in January, even if they're on loan till the end of the season.
It's a funny one, isn't it? That right back position as well, because Jake O'Brien, he's been a great player for us, but he's just not a right back. You know, he was the one when Moyes come in, and Moyes made that change and was like, we need O'Brien playing there. Who did we even have before?
We had we had Coleman, didn't we? And then, firstly it was John Joe Kenny, then Coleman came back. But I wouldn't actually be mad if Coleman retired. Like, if we got a right back in January and Coleman just said that's me now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually be mad because he's clearly done now.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. Every time he plays, he just gets injured now.
I'm trying to think for some reason. Why can't I think who will we play?
We had
was it Patterson playing?
We had Patterson, yeah.
He wasn't. He was Dyche, because it was under Dyche. Dyche just wouldn't play. Jake O'Brien. He just wouldn't play.
Who was it?
So I know we had Dyche would play Keane, but anyway, he just wouldn't play Jake O'Brien. As soon as Moyes comes in, makes that change. There was a couple of changes, wasn't there? Come in, Jake O'Brien straight in the team, and he defo helped us last season. He was one of the pivotal moments of Moyes coming in, making that change, getting him on, keeping it tight at the back. But then as you then do kick on, I've said this loads in my videos, as much as I do like the lad, I want him to stay at Everton. I think he should be the centre-back next to Tarkowski. Yeah. I really do, but he's not a right-back. He's just not.
Well, there was a game against West Ham early in the season where we drawn 1-1, and Somerville just absolutely ripped him a new one.
Somerville did.
Ripped him a new one that game. And then that game was when the game after, they dropped him and put Jimmy Garner right back.
Yeah.
And I thought he should just keep Jimmy Garner there.
Yeah, he should.
You know, and even if Jake O'Brien sits on the bench for a while and then waits for an injury to come to Keane or someone.
Yeah.
Because Bramthwaite's going to come back in,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's gonna be Tarky and Bramthwaite, and then that makes you think, but Tarky's not had his great season.
No, he hasn't, and he's a good battler in that.
Yeah.
But Keane's actually played well this season.
Keane's played really well, mate. He's played really
yeah,
well.
fair play. You can't slag the lad off. when
No,
he's
you
shite,
can't. You can't.
know,
He's had some stick off us
yeah,
Blues over
not
the
good.
years.
No, are we still at the club? But I
Mm.
can see why they've kept him now. To be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah.
'Cause he hasn't put a foot wrong this season. Don't get me wrong. You know, I don't think he's going to stay in the team when Bramford gets back.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
but he's been out. Bramford's been out for what, 4 months.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and we're doing all right,
yeah,
aren't we?
they're not rushing him like, are they?
No, no, no. Well, you don't need to because we're actually we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Apart from the odd,
We just need that. We just need in January, like, and it's
need someone
upon
to
us now.
score goals.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
you know, you've
You
had
know,
Barry.
do you know what? I do feel a bit for Barry. And I had this debate with the lads at the game. Like, I do feel a bit for him. And they're all saying, "Oh, you got to give the lad a chance. It's poor management dragging him off every game and this and that." Like, he's 23.
Yeah,
You know, Haaland's 23.
yeah,
You know, if he's good enough, he'll score.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And if for him to not have a shot on target, you just think to yourself, like, he might end up being a good player, but is he going to be the player that takes us to, you know, top six?
I mean, right now, you've got to
into
say
fifth?
no. Right
Huh?
now, you've got to say no. Like, and I think Moyes has kept him in the last few weeks because he has showed a bit
I
of
think he's technically
ability.
better than
Yeah,
he's technically better than better.
he is, and that's why Moyes has kept him in because I think Moyes is thinking he's got to score. He's gonna score.
Yeah.
So he's got to score, and when he gets that monkey off his back and gets that goal,
Definitely.
who knows what will happen from them? Because some of these, that's what happens with
Yeah.
strikers sometimes. They're like,
when you got
they break
Grealish
the duck.
and Die and
Yeah.
QPR running off,
Yeah.
something could happen.
Yeah,
And to be fair, against United, he won like fucking like a record amount of headers or something,
did he?
which was good.
Yeah,
But again, he just didn't have a shot. Like, you
Yeah.
know, strikers need shots.
yeah.
But
You see some strikers though. See, like Haaland, for example. I mean, he's a freak of nature, really. But even other strikers,
look at Isak last season at Newcastle.
shoot from anywhere, wouldn't he? Get it,
Shoot from
shoot.
anywhere. But what he had is Gordon and someone else bombing down the wings. Harvey Barnes and
Yeah.
Gordon bombing down
Yeah,
each wing.
yeah,
And they were whacking balls into him and he'd just ping it.
yeah, yeah.
Like, literally, he'd
It
get it on
worked,
the edge
though.
of the box, ping it.
Yeah, well, sometimes it misses, sometimes it goes in, but
100%.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think Barry just needs to just get that monkey off his back and just say, "Do you know what?
definitely,
I'm just going to fucking shoot."
yeah, yeah.
And I might miss.
That's it. I think sometimes they get a bit scared
Yeah.
to shoot, and the crowd don't help with that.
Yeah.
To be honest, not digging the
I
crowd
mean,
out.
under Dyche, one of the big things was we don't have any shots.
Yeah,
Like, we weren't even taking a shot.
yeah.
It's like the
yeah.
lowest like shots per game ratio in the league.
Turned into awful football under
And
it.
then as soon as Moyes took over, his first home game was Spurs at home.
Yeah.
We were 3-0 up at half time.
I know.
It was like, we're just having shots.
Yeah,
We're not playing any difference.
Yeah.
The team wasn't different.
Yeah.
It's just we're having shots.
yeah. Just having a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Weird,
clearly,
wasn't it?
and that's why I wasn't mad on Dyche, because clearly that was coming from him.
Yeah.
And every press conference he come out and be like, "Oh yeah, it's since I've come into the club and we've done this job and all that." I was like, hang on a minute, it's just the team on the pitch.
Every time, mate. Every time he'd do that press conference. Yeah, but remember what it was like when I took over and since we come in, and it's like, oh, mate, change the record.
Yeah.
Tell us something positive. Tell us
Yeah.
what you're looking
Just
to do.
have a shot.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not complaining about
Yeah.
what it was like. I'm sure it was hard with
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Do you think I watch press conferences? Wouldn't you love to see one time, like especially Moyes, but to be honest, any manager, I wouldn't care. You know, in the press conference when they say to them, right, so you've got, like, for example, you've got Nottingham Forest this weekend. Every time they go, hey, well, Nottingham Forest are a great team, you know, they've got great players. Wouldn't you love it one time if they said, so you got Nottingham Forest this weekend, what are your thoughts? Wouldn't you love it if you just went, oh, they're shit. They're shit, them.
Yeah.
I would love it. If it was any manager, even if they said about Everton, I just love it. I love managers
Just
go,
pure
they're not very good.
Just pure honesty.
Yeah, they're not very good.
Yeah.
I reckon they're playing
you know,
on.
if we're not beating them, we're not going to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Like shit like that.
Yeah, they're playing on the dice, aren't they, at the moment? So they shouldn't be having any shots, really, should they?
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. We'd all be like, oh, he's right. But then, I know, like, it then blows up in your face. You go and get beat.
Yeah. So funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mate, I've enjoyed that. I could talk to you like this all day, to be fair.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I don't even know how long we've been going.
Over an hour, to be fair. Just in terms of, obviously, we talked about YouTube and Everton. That, what's the future of the YouTube channel? Is it just going to be more continuation of Everton topics and stuff?
Yeah, not necessarily. I'm in a bit of limbo with it. Is, don't get me wrong, it is, because I go the game and I actually like doing Matchday vlogs. I enjoy it. Doing a Matchday vlog gives me an excuse to talk to other fans. So when I'm hanging around with my camera, other fans come up to me now, which is great. People seem to recognise me. Don't get me wrong, not everywhere. although I was saying not everywhere, I took my daughter to gymnastics last night, and I was sitting with a couple of other parents off the top, and all I heard behind me was somebody go, "Hey up, is that Mr. Drone sitting there?" and, and I was like, "Do you know what? I think some of the other parents who actually know me
Yeah.
were like, "What's Mr. Drone? Who's that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is." See, so
That's funny, that, innit?
it's only the certain
Yeah.
people that obviously watch now. But anyway,
But that's how you know you're nailing down a niche.
yeah.
It's like it's a proper niche thing.
But
Because if you're not an Everton fan,
yeah,
or you're not a football fan,
yeah,
you're not really going to know about Bramley-Moore.
it's Everton fan, football fan, people that like construction in and around the city.
Yeah.
They're the people that would know me. So, like when like some people will ask. I've had people ask to get a photo with me in like Costco, and I know for a fact people. I feel a little bit embarrassed
Yeah.
sometimes about things like that because I'm literally just like somebody who throws a drone up in the air
Yeah.
now and again. But I know like almost every other person in that Costco store will like be like, "Who's that?" Do you know what I mean? But it's obviously because they obviously don't
Yeah.
watch, but they might not be Everton fan, football fan, into construction. Might not watch YouTube. That's
Yeah. I've done a
absolutely fine.
social media workshop this week, and everyone's asking to take pictures at the end of me, and I'm like, not that important, really.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But the closest thing, is quick story. About 10 years ago, I was running the London Marathon. So me, my mum and dad went down there, and the day before we went down the day before, we're staying in North London, so you had to go to the XL Arena, which is right by West Ham's ground. Get this train right across London, and fucking nightmare happened. So we get there on a Saturday, and get to the XL Arena, and there's this queue of about 100 people ready to get the numbers for the number, and he just pulled down the shutters. Meant, "No, we're shut down. We're not doing it." And about 100 people, including me, got told we couldn't get our numbers for the London Marathon because we were too late, and he just cut it off. And he said, "You'll all get a place for next year for free because you can't do it this year, but we're done." And everyone's in this room like booting off about this, not getting this number for the London Marathon. It's like, surely there's something you can do. Surely just keep it open for the next half an hour. Just register everyone. Bearing in mind, we just trekked all the way across London. Anyway, and in the end, we didn't do it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it was stupid. So we get the train back into central London, and my mum and dad were like, "What are we going to do?" So I was like, "We'll go to, we'll just go out for dinner somewhere in London."
Yeah.
And we're walking across Leicester Square, and I didn't realise, but on this Saturday night, it was the premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So
Somebody think you were Chris Pratt?
So walking across London, walking across Leicester Square, I had these 3 girls and 1 gay lad run up to me, like, "It's you, it's you, it's you."
Until you started that story, I'd never looked at you and thought you looked like Chris Pratt. But before you finished that,
Yeah.
I seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they thought I was Chris Pratt. Bearing in mind, I didn't know Chris Pratt was at this point.
Didn't you?
Nah. So I was like, yeah, I'm him. Just pretended, took pictures with him and everything. And I was like, straight away, you Google Chris Pratt and it's like Jurassic Park, Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, all these
Maybe
films.
they thought you were Groot.
He wasn't with me, mate.
The thought I was Rocket.
Maybe Dave Bautista, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's like the closest that I've been to being recognised as a celebrity, and I was like, that must happen to like famous people all the time.
Mate, like, so it's nice though. It is nice, but if say I'm going to an event tonight at the Howard Kendall Suite. It's ex-Everton players, loads of them. I know there will be people there that will know me because it is an Everton thing. And tonight I'm going like no cameras. I'm not vlogging it, nothing like that. I'm going to have a drink with my stepdad. I'm taking him for his birthday. But I know people will come up and talk to me and take a picture, and it is nice. So anybody watching, don't think it's not. It is.
Yeah.
But there is a
limit to
almost like a limit where them might want to be like just trying to have a conversation with my stepdad. I'll never be rude to anybody because it's not this isn't about them because they're being nice. It's me that I get, and it's not. Sometimes it's not just me that's thinking I just want to talk to him. Sometimes think oh, my stepdad just wants to talk to
Yeah,
me. You know what I mean? So I then
your
feel I
stepdad
might
doesn't see it as a
I might feel a bit
yeah.
awkward because I'm like, I've brought my
Yeah,
stepdad out and
yeah.
like, people are just
No,
coming
I
to
get
talk to
that.
me. So, but then loads of people say, why are you taking him to a fucking Everton thing then, mate? It's a bit selfish, isn't it? He's a Liverpool fan as well. He's not.
Thanks so much, mate, for your time.
Nah, no problem.
I genuinely appreciate it. I could talk to you like this all day, and
Smart, innit?
I'm sure we'll do a lot more.
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure we'll do a lot more on this. Is to see. I mean, me and Nick have like sort of, for anyone watching, have pondered the idea of doing a podcast like this.
Yeah.
But I think what like the way our schedules are at the moment, what it'll probably be is quite sporadic throughout the season. Say we have an FA Cup run or something like that.
Yeah, we should do actually. We should do. We
maybe
should.
even if it's like once a month and we just cross promote it across channels. Maybe.
Yeah, we should have no. Just come and sit here. And put it on. Yeah, put on both. But yeah,
I like the idea of like reflecting on weird stuff that's happened because generally Everton are just a weird club where stupid stuff happens.
Honestly, it is. It is. Yeah, there is loads of stupid
That's
stuff.
I like the idea of just like reflecting and talking, like just talking like we have. There's no real structure to it or anything, but just talking and sharing funny stories. So
it's the best way, I think, because like. For a start, I didn't even know you'd started recording when we started talking. Definitely have to check that content, mate. No, I think we were all good.
That's a Harry be like next time slagging you off here.
Definitely would. Wouldn't anyway. He's a really nice lad. One of the best.
Yeah.
But
he wouldn't kill me.
No. But no, it's good, mate. It's good. We'll do it again sometime.
Yeah. For sure. Thanks a lot, mate. We're done.
No.
We are.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.